What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Nightowl channel. In this video, I'll be going over a Town Hall 13 3-star attack strategy for any Town Hall 13 that needs it. And it's going to be the Super Wizard Yeti Smash attack strategy. Extremely powerful. It is a little bit more difficult to do than some of the other strategies that I've covered on my channel, but if you do it well and you execute it properly, you should be getting a 3-star without any problems. Before we jump into how to do the strategies, let's go ahead and take a look at the army composition to see what makes up this strategy. If you take a look at the top, you can see on the previous army, that is the composition used for this strategy. We've got an archer, we've got 3 loons, a wizard, 5 healers, we've got minions, 3 witches, a baby dragon, we got super wall breakers, we got the yetis, we've got a headhunter, we got the super wizards, and then for our spells, we've got 3 rages, a jump, 2 freezes, and then a poison. And then in your CC, you're going to want a blimp, along with the rage spell, and then the Yeti blimp bomb. So you're gonna need a couple Yetis and a Valkyrie, or you can bring a couple Yetis and the super goblins. But with that being said, let's go and jump into a free replays for the strategy. Alright, first replay we got here, we've got a ring base that I found online. All the bases that I'm going to be attacking I found online, so I want to see how well the strategy does against some of the bases that are being used currently right now. And the strategy does well against ring bases. It has a harder time against non-ring bases, but it seems to do well against ring bases. Alright, so let's go ahead and play it here, and the first thing we're going to do is queen charge towards that eagle artillery. I got my baby dragon on the left side along with a wizard on the right side, just to funnel her, her pathing down, try to get her to the base really easily and not have to worry about her walking around. Unfortunately, because the base has got like 2 or 3 different layers, unfortunately she's not going to make it to the eagle, and she's going to walk around the eagle and around to the right side of the base. But that's okay, we're going to use that to our advantage and get our troops into the middle to take down the base, adapt, adjust. That's what you have to do when using this strategy. It is a pretty difficult strategy, at least for me. I had a hard time using it. It did take me a couple tries with some bases. I believe this was like the first or second try with this base, but some of the other bases I had a very hard time with the strategy. But any bases where the eagle's like not well protected by like a single or like a double single or like double scatter shots, basically where it's in range of the queen without really taking a lot of damage, that's really when you want to use this strategy. It seems to be a lot easier to queen charge the eagle when it doesn't have a lot of damage. Anyway, king's on the right side along with the witches, so the witches that you bring in the composition are there to help the king, push that right side, push the other side down, funnel down that path, so that way you can get your yetis if they come. Get your yetis in, your warden, royal champion. Sometimes you drop the royal champion with the group, sometimes I drop them without them. It just depends on where you want to bring your royal champion in and the value that she can get you throughout the base. Because everything's so centralized here, it's more beneficial to have her in the middle. There's scatter shots, all the inferno towers are there, the eagle, CC's coming out, poison on top of them, and you can see there I place rages down, trying to keep my queen alive, rages into the core, and I'm just raging through everything here. Freezes on the backside for that backside multi, and I pretty much ran through the base pretty easily. This was a very easy base because of everything, like all the heavy stuff was in the middle of the base around each other. If you see a base like this where you have everything next to each other, this is a great strategy you can use. You can also use like Yeti Smash or any other like P.E.K.K.A. Smash. You can use anything that's a smash type attack against bases like this, and you're pretty much going to have a good time getting the 3-star every single time. You don't have to bring the blimp bomb. You could have brought the siege barracks and help funnel down that right side, drop the witches if you wanted to, bring some extra yetis or super wizards or whatever you want. But this was a very easy attack to do, at least for this base. But yeah, very easy to do. So the main focus with the strategy, at least from the beginning part, queen charge towards the eagle, especially an unprotected eagle, so no singles are around it. It doesn't have all the expos there or the scatter shot or whatever it is, and push that eagle, take it down, watch the queen where she walks. If she walks to the left or to the right, make sure to funnel down that opposite side, and then push your yetis and your super wizards and your warden into the base with her. Let's go ahead and move on to the next replay. Alright, second example we got here, we've got a pretty basic looking base. It's been around for a while, and this strategy took it down pretty easy. Again, it works really well against ring bases. We're going to go ahead and play it here, and we're going to notice a few things about the base. First things first, the eagle's not very protected. I mean, it's got, Teslas and everything popping up, whatever, but the multis, it makes the eagle a lot easier to take down versus if it was singles. Singles are a lot harder to get through with the queen charge, and it would have posed a bigger threat if they were singles. But since they're multis, we can use the queen charge a lot easier going against the eagle artillery. We got the CC coming out, so the poison's going to come on top of them. We've got super minions in the CC, so that's probably what you're going to see most likely in some of the higher Town Halls and Legend League and all that stuff. So just expect to see super minions coming out of the CC and place that poison right on top, like around the CC, so that way they don't get away from that poison and kill your queen. So queen's making her way towards the eagle here. I'm just watching her at this point, making sure she's not taking too much damage. I already used one of my rages to keep her alive during the CC, CC barrage and all that good stuff. Second rage comes down, pushing her through the ground expo. There goes the eagle, it's going down. So once the eagle goes down, now I'm ready to set up my pathing, And again, I'm going to use my king depending on where she goes. If she goes to the right side or the left side, depending on where she goes is where I'm going to set up my pathing. Again, multi's on top of her, but again, because it's a multi, not a single, I'm not really in any danger here. King's going to go down. Third rage on top of the queen. Keeping her alive is very, very important to this attack strategy because she provides a lot of distraction for when your smash comes in, and just keeping her alive in general is a very, very big bonus to have towards the end of the attack. We have the Yetis coming in. King's on the right side here with the witches. We got the Yetis. We've got Super Wall Breaker breaking open the 2 layers. And everything's going to push in here nicely. First scatter shot goes down. We are now ready to send our blimp in. We got the healers in the middle here. So the path for the blimp is pretty much cleared at this point because I can get to the the town hall with the blimp without having to worry about black air mines because the healers are right there. That means any mines in the area have already been attracted. So blimp's going to come in. King's on the right side. Queen's moving towards that side as well. The World Champion is not with the main group. I'm waiting to place her down. We got the Yetis on the left side with the Warden. Warden ability still hasn't been used. There it goes. And the blimp's going to drop on top of the Town Hall. We got a freeze on top of the multi. There's the Queen again. And it's looking pretty good here. It's looking really, really good here. Just need to place my World Champion down. Using that last rage, we got the healers on top of the Super Wizards and the Yetis. And a couple of loons coming in. And it's looking really, really good here. Again, you don't have to use the World Champion with the main group. You can always bring her in later using her ability. If the healers stay up during the attack, it's pretty much guaranteed a 3-star, especially if you get through all the heavy stuff. And again, bring that World Champion when you can. Just watching, I mean, it comes down to a little bit of reaction. Once you place everything down, the Yetis are moving in and you have the rages ready. Just watch where everything goes. See, if you can rage up the healers to where they're starting to heal the Super Wizards or the Yetis real quickly, do that. Place the rages on top. Get the bonus healing with the rages on top of the healers. And you'll be cruising through the remainder of the base as long as you are paying attention to what is going on. It's a very difficult strategy to do. I definitely recommend practicing it. It took me a little bit to get used to it before I was comfortable with the strategy. Again, it works really well on ring bases and exposed eagles. But there you go, guys. Replay 2 is down. Let's go ahead and move on to the last remaining replays. All right, third replay we got here. I'm going to have it play straight through. And eagles on the top side, not protected by any singles, so that's where we're going to attack from. We're going to decide, or let the queen decide where she wants to go, left or right. And then we have the Warden with her on this one. You can see that he is following along because the base is, it's a very basic, it's a square. It's very easy to adapt to which way she wants to go. So I'm going to use the Warden with her to get through the buildings faster, do some extra damage. King's right there. She gets through the king, and she's going to go towards the left side of the base. All right, so she's going towards the left side of the base. Her health is kind of low. Make sure to watch her. Here comes Super Wall Breaker along with the Coco Loon. Breaks open the Eagle compartment, breaks open the Scatter compartment. Then we have the King on the left side. Very easy. This is a very simple funnel, especially on the base like this. Like, the square bases are very simple to funnel because there's not a lot on the outside, and it's very easy to funnel down the base to get your main unit in. We have the Yetis coming down now, and we're going to smash on in and react to how everything's going. All right, so Yeti's going to come in. We're going to hold on to the blimp for this one because the distance to the town hall is pretty short. And the sweepers aren't protecting the town hall. So we're going to hold on to the blimp. We have the Yetis coming in, Super Wizards, we have the healers, World Champion on the top side, and everything is pushing in nicely. I had some Super Wall Breakers sneak into the second layer to break open that multi-compartment. We have the single right there. We have the scatter shot, CC coming down, or the CC coming out, and the poison on top of them. And then here comes the blimp. So again, short distance from the blimp or from the edge to the town hall. So I don't really need to worry about, coming from a long way or anything like that. So Rage comes down on top of the blimp bomb, and the jump on the backside to get everything through. And in this one, I believe all of my main unit goes down. So the Yetis go down, the Super Wizards go down, and I think I'm just left on the back of my queen on this one. So sometimes, I mean, again, the strategy will come to other people a lot easier than perhaps me. This is the first time I use a strategy ever, and I was just trying it out, seeing how it goes, and it came down to a lot of luck for me. Okay, I had the Yetis on the outside there. Everything in the middle pretty much died. But I got enough value. I still have the queen ability. Keeping the queen ability is such a savior for a lot of these attacks because that is your get out of jail free card. All the multis are down, or all the Inferno Towers are down, all the scatter shots are down, all the Expos are down. None of the dangerous defenses are really up anymore, and I still have the queen ability. And I got a little lucky towards the end and got the 3-star. The strategy does come down to a little bit of luck depending on how everything goes, but that's how most Yeti smashes or P.E.K.K.A smashes go. I mean, it is based on a little bit of luck depending on how the strategy goes and what you get in the middle and how everything falls. Again, if the healers stay alive during the attack, I mean, that's a huge bonus. You get that extra healing benefit throughout the entire attack. Luck does play a big role with this strategy, but again, you still need to practice it to get comfortable with the placement, queen charging your objectives, and then identifying what you can get with your queen charge. Charging towards that eagle is always a good idea, but if you can't do that and you want to use this strategy, try to find a way around that, as I'll show you in one of the other replays, and you can still make it work. Let's go ahead and go to the last 2 replays. All right, next example we got here, and this is actually the easiest base to take down with this strategy. We have the Kokoloon coming in along with the queen. We got the healers, we got the headhunter coming in. So as I got more, comfortable with the strategy, it was easier to place down those headhunters as like an instinct when she was engaging enemy heroes. And again, as you practice more and more, you're gonna get more and more comfortable with this strategy. Queen's pushing in from the left side, and I had the warden with her again because the base, I mean, it's kind of a squarish type base. Depending on where she goes is what I'm going to, that's where I'm going to place my units. It's very, very easy to do. So she's going to go towards this left side. Here comes the CC. Super minions once again. Poison on top of the super minions. So making sure that you grab the super minions around the CC because they don't really move that much. They have long range and they do lots of damage. Rage on top of her to keep her alive. And she's going to get through the CCs, all those buildings, and the multi-inferno tower. Once that goes down, we have the king on the right side along with the witches. They're going to form the funnel and push them into the base. So I wasn't really trying to get into like the town hall area with my Yetis or my super wizards. I knew they were going to go around. There was just no way it's going to happen. But that's why you bring the blimp bomb. Blimp bomb's going to take down that town hall while everything else goes around. And that's what makes it so easy with this strategy, with smashes in general against this type of base. It makes it really easy because you don't have to worry about getting to the middle with the group. You just have to go around the base and get the blimp in, and then you can take down the remainder of the base. So Warden's pushing in. We've got the single on top of the king. We got the Warden ability coming in. A couple of air mines come up. Warden ability protects the blimp, and the blimp's going to drop on in and take down that town hall. We have a rage on top of the blimp bomb, just making sure that the town hall goes down. And you can see here that it is forming out to be a really easy attack strategy. Freezes on top of the eagle or wherever it needs to be. Just making sure that you use your remaining spells effectively. I actually didn't need the jump spell in this one, but it's just part of the basic composition. You can change it to how you like. But again, with everything being on the outside, I didn't have to worry about getting through too many compartments, and it made it a lot easier to get through this base, and that's why it was super, super easy to take it down. And I still had like hero abilities at the end, and I absolutely destroyed this base with this composition. So again, if you see a base like this, where everything's towards the outside and they have a isolated town hall in the middle of the base, I think any type of smash attack strategy will work against the base. And just, don't be afraid of your troops going around the entirety of the base. Make sure that blimp bomb gets to the middle, and you're pretty much guaranteed a 3-star every time. It's going to be hard for the defenses to stop the units going around the base because, one, they're not very compact. So there's not a lot of damage going into the Yetis or the super wizards, or maybe it's a P.E.K.K.A. smash or whatever it is. And you got healers on top of them healing them while they're taking damage. So it's pretty hard to stop with a base like that. Definitely recommend, if you see a base like that, to use this strategy. Let's go ahead and move on to the last replay. All right, final example. We'll go over here. We're going to play it straight through. This is not a ring base, and it's a funky looking anti-3 base. And I'm starting from the bottom side and going to push on in. So what's going to happen here is I try to get towards this scatter shot to take it down, but she actually bounces around. And then I'm going to use my king on this right side, and he's going to funnel down this way, and then my main unit comes through here, okay? So Queen's coming in, she's doing her job. I thought she was going to go towards the scatter shot, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that. And in this case, it didn't. Rage on top of her to keep her alive. We have the king on the right side along with the witches. And here comes that super wall breaker to break open that layer. And then here comes the smash portion. So Queen's pushing in. Again, I'm trying to keep her alive. There goes that freeze on top of the single because I want to keep her alive. I want to keep the ability alive as long as I can. It's a very useful ability. There goes that third wall breaker to sneak on in. And then here comes the CC. There's a jump on top of the eagle. And let's go ahead and push through the base. So Roar Champion's going to come in. I was thinking about saving her for towards the end of the base, but because everything's like compact into the middle, I want her in the middle to help out with the scatter shots and the the expos and everything else that's in the middle of the base. Blimp comes from the opposite side of the town hall with the warden ability on top of it, protects it all the way through, and drops on top of the town hall along with one of the rages. I'm going to be able to take down the town hall, and I can clear through that portion of the base without any problem. So it's looking really, really good here. The only part left is that single in the corner. I still have a freeze and a rage, so what I notice, I'm going to use the rage and the freeze and take down that single with my royal champion because she's going to take down the remaining defenses. And as you can see there, the freeze on top of the single, the rage on top of her, and I absolutely destroyed the base with this strategy. This was not the first attack against this base. This was a very difficult base to take down. I'm not gonna lie, it took me probably 20 attacks to take down this base with this strategy. It's a very difficult thing to use this strategy against like non-ring bases. I think you have an easier time taking down the ring bases versus bases that look like this, but feel free to try it out on the anti-3 bases. If you can take down the Eagle Artillery on a non-ring base very easily, I definitely recommend it. And then funnel on that other side and then push your units through the base, and you should be getting that 3-star pretty easily. But It works really well against the ring bases. I had a harder time with some of the other bases. I time failed on a lot of them. I probably time failed like 10 or 15 times because I spent so much time queen charging that I forgot about the remainder of my troops and funneling, and then I ran out of time towards the end. So make sure you're always wary of how much you're queen charging. If you decide to queen charge into the base and take down the the eagle, or you're engaging the CC or whatever it is, try not to make your queen charge any longer than 90 seconds, and you should be good most of the time. But practice is the key. Definitely recommend it. It's a pretty good strategy. You just, again, have to really practice it. It's not a spammy attack. It takes a little bit of skill to use it, and you have to have a clear objective of what you're trying to do with the strategy. You're going to attack the eagle first and then funnel it, or you're going to let the queen in, decide where she wants to go, and then you're going to funnel. Like, you have to analyze the base, what you can get from it, and then make your attack. But that's all I have for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions about this attack strategy or anything about Clash in general, feel free to let me know in the comment section. That's all I have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.